Welcome to part 3 of my 4-part series about the crucifixion. This video is going to be talking about on the cross, but before we get on the cross, Jesus also faced the punishment of having the crown of thorns. And the thorns were about inch and a half to 2 inches long, and he put on his head and then put into his head. Right, and they would pierce his head, right, even reaching to the skull bones. And he would everywhere be cut, all these incisions, all these thorns, blood everywhere coming down. And now we go onto the cross. So the weight of the cross can be estimated 125 to 150 pounds of wood, and it's rough with huge splinters, right? It's like you go out right there, cut down a tree, okay, and you don't do anything to it. It has all these splinters. It's rough. And Jesus has to carry this cross throughout Jerusalem, right, throughout the holy city, in front of these people who hate him, who ridicule him, who talk trash about him, blaspheme against him, his own people. Right? And he gets on this cross, and the Romans have been doing this torture for years, so they know exactly how to inflict the maximum amount of pain. And they go and they nail not his palm, because his palm can't hold up his body, but instead they nail his wrist. And they nail it right through the wrist where it misses this radial artery, which is the same artery people try to cut when they kill themselves. Right? But they do it through the nerve, which inflicts the maximum amount of pain, but doesn't have any blood loss. They do the same things to his feet. Right? They miss the arteries, but they hit the nerves to invoke this pain, which is described as like a shocking pain. Right? It's a shock, and it's a constant shocking pain. And then whenever he would try to breathe, right, breathing in was fine, but breathing out he would have to push himself up against the spikes. And whenever he would do that, right, just a max amount of pain, right? Your back against this cross, your back which has been ripped open by the whips, right? And when you move up these spikes, right, you can just feel it in your feet, in your wrists, all this pain just to breathe. And so every time he would have to say a word, right, he would have to face his pain, right? That's why the pain on the cross is so precious, because every word was so painful, and yet he was able to say it. And even facing all this, he never went into shock or passed out or anything. Right to the very end, his words were clear, and he endured the pain. Thank you guys for watching. Get ready to watch part 4.